Okay. So when I come to reading a JSON file, a body, for example, in a body, if you want to read a JSON file, there are 3 different ways which I have come across. Okay, one is like with the help of payload, right, which we did. So payload, second thing was like, one was payload, second thing was like serialization. With the help of serialization also we read the body, right, by creating an object for that Pojo class, which we did. Then we just gave that object reference as an input to the body, right? Third thing is, what I'll do is, I'll do one thing on this blessing. I'll just create one class as file as test test1 dot JSON. I'll just give the extension as JSON. Okay, मेरा JSON file created है, ठीक है? Here, what I'll do is, I'll do one thing. I want to hit the post API को मेरे को hit करना है. इसका body जो है, I'll just copy it as it is, and I'll give it to this. ठीक है? I want to give it to this. But how do I read this request body, right? That is my question. So, if you want to read the JSON file as an import, you will have to call the files, then read all bytes. Okay, we'll see this one by one. Once you do this and once you pass the path of this, it will convert everything into bytes. Then you will have to convert those bytes to string. Okay, then you can read as it is. Okay, we'll see how we can do that now in our code. So what I'll do is, I have created one test1.json, right? So I'll just create one class. Okay, create JSON file. Okay, then public static void main. So instead of creating my new class again, as you saw in my previous class, like I used one thing, right? Rest assured I've used this. I want to read entirely this one. I'll just keep this one as it is. Okay, but here I'll not do so much thing. Okay, here also, instead of payloads, as I said, I'll just pass my path, right? So how do I do that? Okay, so I'll create one object for file dot read files dot read all bytes, right? Files dot read all bytes. So in all bytes, it is asking for path, right? Here also I've given the same thing. It is asking for path. Okay, read all bytes. So I'll just give it as this. Path mein jo hai, I'll just create a path. This is an interface. Paths. Okay, I'll take this. Then dot, I'll just get a path of that file. Okay, here when it is in the same project, I don't have to give the entire path also, you can give, or I can give just test1.json. Okay, I've given the path. Okay, now see what it is telling. Files, ये आपका JSON file है. It is reading files.read all bytes. It is reading by bytes, not as a string, not as a file. It is reading one by one as a byte. Okay, so I'll have to return in bytes only. Okay, I'll just return it to bytes. Okay, I've taken it as a input. So, but यहाँ पे जो होगा आपका मतलब, I have created at above, I have given one reference variable. Okay, done. I have done that. Now I have an object. Just I'll import this. Okay, done. Byte. Now it is ready. Now I'll have to convert this string to string, right? I'll just create one string variable, string object, string input value equal to new string. Okay, I'll just give this as an input. These bytes I'll convert into strings. Done. अब मेरा यहाँ पे input है, which is in the form of a string. I'll give it to body. ठीक है? So why it is giving error? File I'll have to input, right? Add through declaration. Okay. Now it is done. This is my post API, right? I have given the body in the form of file. I have given all my body here in this JSON file. Okay. Now I'm reading that by using the files. I have read all by bytes. Then those are storing in the form of byte. Then I'll have to convert those bytes to a string. I've converted. Then that thing I'm giving it as an input. Now just we'll see if I'm able to read or not that body. Okay. Run as Java application. See, I'm able to read my body. Okay, what I'll do is instead of evening date, I'll just put it as a lunch here. Okay. Okay, I've edited. I'll run it again. Okay, this is all about. So when we come to this, they'll ask you how body is also called as payload, right? They'll ask you what are the different ways of that you have come across to read your payload or a body. Okay, you should tell with the help of file I have come across so and so, but mainly Apollo you have used a Pojo class only. Serialization wala prefer you that only, okay, because it is easy and mostly they use that only in the real time. Also I have come across that by with the help of file or with the help of Pojo class or with the help of payloads. I've come across in 3 different ways to read a JSON file. Okay. This is all about different ways reading the JSON file.